Hello Emirates wannabes, this is Orlando from WishCasting. Today I'm with Alice from business class. She's working for Emirates, and I'm also with our dog. I don't know if you saw her just 2 seconds ago. Anyways, we're doing a video for the Emirates Wannabes Facebook group. If you are not a member of this group, you can find a link down in the description. Sign up to the Facebook group and you can ask your questions, find a lot of content in the file section. You can ask questions to other colleagues that are working now in Emirates. There's a lot of stuff that we talk about on the Facebook group, so I really recommend you join. This morning we added a post on our Facebook group and we asked you what questions did you want to ask to Alice right here. And so I'm going to read those out. But before I do that, let's introduce Alice. Alice, how many years have you been working for Emirates in business class and in economy?
Okay, so I'm working in Emirates 6 years total. So 2 years in economy, 4 years in business.
Okay, so she has quite a good experience, I can see. And where are you from, if I may ask?
I'm from Italy, from Venice.
Okay, we have quite a few Italians in our group, so if you have any questions and you want us to talk in Italian, you can talk to her directly in the chat or create a post and talk to her directly. A very important question, and I hope she doesn't kill me. May I ask you, what is your age?
You know, you shouldn't ask to a lady how old she is, but you're my friend, so I will answer. So I'm 33.
Okay, so 33. And when did you join? What age were you when you joined?
So 6 years ago, so 27.
27. So you see, a lot of you are concerned that 25 is too old, 26 is too old, 27 is too old. That's not true, because she joined when she was 27 and she is now 33 and she's not considered like old material. Emirates keeps her on board and she's still working and she's in business class and probably she will be a purser. I don't know, but she probably will. Okay, so you asked tons of questions. I mean, I posted this poll 3 hours ago and I already have 8 questions and many others that are written down because people didn't just add polls, they asked questions down below. So I'm gonna read everything. Question by Aya Mohammed. How cabin crew stay fit? When do they work out? And how to stay on a healthy diet while working?
I'm the worst person to ask this.
Yeah, but still you have been summoned to answer this question, so you have to. I'm sorry. You're not leaving here if you don't answer this question of Aya.
Okay, sorry Aya. I'm not the best one to give you those tips. But yeah, definitely when you're on your days off, you can go to the gym. Like for example, I'm in the accommodation that the company gives you. In the accommodation there is a gym. It's a small one with like few things, but it's enough. If you want, you can, you can just go there, do half an hour. Don't need to do 3 hours, but like half an hour every 2-3 days to keep your body working and in a good shape. Or there are some applications on the phone as well that can help you. They give you some exercises to do. Like for example, I use, the Nike training. So okay, this will be funny, but that's what I actually do for real. So when I'm in an hotel outstation and I'm hungry and I order something in my room, so I know that the food will take like half an hour to come, more or less. So I know as soon as I put the phone down, I switch on the application.
Can you believe that?
Sorry.
So you work out before the food comes?
Yeah, I make the space. So I put on there some 15 minutes training, 20 minutes training, half an hour training. So I decide, I always go for the shorter one. But it's nice.
And as soon as you're done, shower and you eat. Practically it fits.
Yeah, it's perfect. Every time it works.
So when you go to a hotel room and you hear a lot of banging in the next room, it's not always, what you think it is. It could be her working out. It's so funny.
Oh, you know what else? There is a very good application that counts your steps. It's called Sweat Coins. So
Fabian told us.
Yeah, because I told him.
You told him?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that mother.
So every 1,000 steps, they give you one of their coins of the application. And then there are some offers, like applications that usually are paid. You can get them for free for 2 months, 1 month, 3 months, it depends on the application. Or you can help fundraisings, or in some destinations you can actually use them to get discounts in restaurants. I saw, because the application is from the UK, yeah. So I saw in the UK destinations there are more offers than in other countries. So I'm waiting to see on my next London what is the new offer.
So depending on the steps you make, you can get these tokens, and you can use the tokens like if it was a cryptocurrency, and you can pay up for things or get discounts and stuff. I mean, that's great. I love that. It's really good.
Doesn't work everywhere, but for the applications online or the fundraising, yes, that works everywhere.
All right. Also, I wanted to say that we have a platinum card and a face card, and these cards are given to you. Well, not the platinum card. You can apply for that. It's an extra 25 dirhams per month, if I'm not mistaken.
It went up.
It probably went up because Dubai is always trying to make
30,
money, you know,
35.
something like that.
It's worth it though.
Yeah, everything is worth it. I had platinum, I had face card. It's super good. Number one, face cards are really good for events that Emirates organize. And when Emirates organizes an event, it's free booze, free food, really good venue, a lot of activities. It's super, super cool. I've done a video about it. You can check it out. I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out there. However, face cards are not only useful, and platinum cards are not only useful for free events and stuff like that, but it's also great for free entries into beach clubs, which have gyms, and gyms that they're extremely good. For example, Fit Republic, which is very close to Sarab. It's in Motor City, I think, close to Motor City, something like that.
Yeah.
It's that direction anyways. And I've been there. I think, have you been there? You've never been there. Anyways, I've been there.
Like I go to the gym?
Come on, you look fit. But anyways, the gym is huge. It has a huge swimming pool, huge. And it even has free classes, like CrossFit classes. And I was doing the CrossFit class, and it was super, super good with good trainers, a lot of people, and you get to know new people. So it's just a really good way to stay fit, discover new places that are really expensive, and you get in for free. I mean, that's something incredible. I think it's priceless. And the card is only 25 dirhams, maybe went up as well. Like the face card maybe went up as well. But it's still worth it. I would even pay 50 dirhams per month for it. I wouldn't have a problem. But I hope Emirates doesn't hear this message, or they'll bring the price up for sure. Definitely for sure. Okay, let's go ahead with the next question. Aya Mohammed, thank you for your participation. Aya, I see you've asked quite a few questions. So this question is on a layover. Can a family member or a friend stay with me?
Yeah, definitely. I had friends and my family as well over in few destinations. Just one thing, some destinations will ask to pay a bit, like Mauritius, for example.
Yeah,
I know you pay some. Or in some destinations, like my cousin came with me to Rome, and we had to pay like a small tax.
Which was like probably €4 or something.
Yeah.
Very, very small. It's common when you go to a hotel in Italy. There's like a fee that you pay. It's always either €2 or €4. It's called tassa di soggiorno, and it's super cheap, but everybody has to pay it.
But they don't pay anything for the room. The majority of the destinations. Just one thing, if it's more than one, I'm not sure. Like lots of destinations actually, we do have 2 beds, 2 big ones. So even if it's 2 people, you can still actually fit them, but not in all the destinations. So maybe if it's more than one, then ask. You can just send an email before going to the hotel, and then they will tell you if you need to pay like a small rate to get a bigger room. So just the difference. But
anyways, most of the times when I had guests coming over, I wouldn't say anything. We would walk up to the room, and that was it. So don't say anything, and if they stop you, tell them that you didn't know, and try to get away with it. And if you can't, just pay up what you have to pay. But yeah, it's quite easy. This link in the upper right corner is our masterclass series on joining Emirates. It's free, and it's a goldmine. Trust us. Follow it from the beginning to the very end. Do other crew members date? Do they mate? Do they date between each other? Like, yeah, right?
yeah,
All the time.
yeah, him, for example. He's an example. But because it's easier, like for us flying all over, we're in Dubai 10 days a month basically. So the people you meet the most is other cabin crew. So it's kind of natural that you end up sooner or later with one of them.
Also, they understand each other. They know how long the flights are. They don't message you. Why didn't you text me? Why don't you find time for me? You know, I'm on a 16-hour flight. There's practically, I can't even take my phone out. So what do you want? Like, And with a crew, you don't have these problems.
True. And even for the accommodations.
It's also easier because, like, for example, I live in an Emirates accommodation, so we have some restrictions. So not everybody can come in the accommodation. Don't get me wrong, during the day everybody can come. They just need to leave an ID just for them to know who is in the accommodation and to know if something goes wrong, they have a record of that person. It's mainly for
Security.
security to protect us, to know who comes up and down. And if something happens, they know who to look for. So everybody can come, but then at 1 a.m., whoever is non-crew, they need to leave the accommodation unless you filed a request to have people staying over, like your family. When your family will come in Dubai, you just need to file a request and that's it, they can stay. But if it's people that live in Dubai or your boyfriend that lives in Dubai and is not crew, then they need to leave at 1 a.m.
Or you just do the form. As we said, for the family, you can do a form even for friends, and they can stay over with a permission. There's no need for them to leave before 1 a.m.
Not if they have an Emirates ID.
They have to have an Emirates? No.
If they reside in Emirates, in Dubai, they cannot stay. They
Really?
cannot be your guests.
Oh my God, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for saying this, because I had no idea. I thought you could. Insane. Crazy. Okay.
So when my boyfriend, one of my exes, was living in Dubai, he couldn't be my guest
Okay.
because of the country and the rules, and then
They can abuse of it and not pay the rent. They can
Exactly.
abuse of it and not pay the rent. I get it.
that's the point.
Uh-huh.
But if it's crew, then they can stay. So it's easier, like, oh, I'm landing, come to my place, yes, and he can stay over.
Done. So easy, so easy. Yeah. I think that also makes sense. And plus, you also understand each other because, for example, you work 16 hours nonstop, and you don't have to explain anything to your boyfriend or girlfriend if she's cabin crew as well, because she knows that you're on a 16-hour layover. And sorry, not 16-hour layover. You're doing a flight that's 16 hours long, and she's not gonna be a pain in the ass with you, asking, "Why didn't you text me? Why didn't you call me?" She will understand. She knows, because it's her job as well.
Or why it's 7 a.m. and you're sleeping.
Yeah.
We can go somewhere.
Let's go out and smell some flowers in the garden, and then you come back from an 18-hour Houston flight and you're like, what? Go How is Emirates going to train crew on aircraft types that will be joining the fleet in 2020? A330neo, A350, 787-10, 777X. This is added by Sid Ram. Thank you for adding this question.
Okay, so these things, again, we don't know them really, but I guess they will divide the crew in batches. Like, for example, when I joined, I was called cross-trained. So, which means that I was trained for 777 and A380. Then there were they were main fleeters, which means they could only fly the smaller aircrafts. Well, big anyway. 777 and A330, A340, because we used to have those as well. So I guess they will just do the same again. They will just divide the batches, or just open for a few months only batches about those aircrafts. So they will have people, and I guess they will need to cross-train some of us, because they will need business class crew, they will need first class crew, they will need seniors to operate those ones. So they will have to change us as well, and to create new people for the economy side as well.
Yeah. So that I think that what you said is absolutely true. I think that's what's going to happen, because you need to have people to operate those flights, and if you don't have anyone who's going to fly that aircraft, who's going to serve the passengers, so definitely they're going to schedule several batches of people, of a mix of economy, business, first class, and seniors and pursers, and get them trained on that aircraft so they get familiar with where the service equipment is, where the safety equipment is. They get to know all these things, so they can fly the aircraft. And this probably requires a week-long training, and it's really easy. I think people that were main fleet, when they got cross-qualified to A380s, they went through the same thing. 1 week, and that's it, and it's done. And the only thing is that it's going to be tough when you do your recurrent. SEP every year is done when your license is about to expire. about 1 month earlier, or maybe 2 months ahead, they get you to do the recurrent, which is like you're getting tests throughout the whole aircraft, GMT, which is general medic aviation knowledge, and all the things that you studied when you joined, you're going to have to rehearse and restudy and do exams on it. And so this time you'll have to study 3 aircrafts, not 2 aircrafts. And if there's other typologies of aircrafts that they're going to start using in their fleet, then those ones as well. So if we're talking about 4 different types of aircrafts, then you have 4 different types of exams. 5 different aircrafts, 5 different types of exams. And you have to study all of them, because they could surprise you with a diagram of one aircraft plus another one, and you don't know which one they will give you. So you have to study them all, and you have to know them by heart, and you have to know, like in the R5 jump seat, so R5 means the right-hand side and the very back, the last door. The R5, what's under it? Is there a life jacket? Is there oxygen? Is there a medikit? What is there? A first aid kit? You don't know, so you have to study everything, because they can surprise you with these questions. Let's go ahead with the next question. How does being an assistant, so having previous cabin crew experience, affect the chance of getting hired by Emirates? This is by Larissa Manguba.
I think it doesn't impact in any way.
No?
In a bad way, you mean?
In a good way.
Oh.
In any way.
To be honest, I don't think so. I don't think that this will impact in any way. I wasn't a cabin crew before. I was a teacher in the kindergarten. Nothing to do with this.
Listen to this. This is really important. I'm very sure that people will really learn from this. Yeah. You were a kindergarten teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had 25 jobs. I was a teacher in the kindergarten during the week, during the day. Then I was teaching gymnastics and Zumba in the afternoon. I was doing gym for elderlies, and in the weekend I was working at the airport for a cruise line. So none of these was connected in any way.
No previous experience related to aviation, practically. Very little.
Aviation, yes, at the airport. I was at the airport, but I could just see them going up and down, and I was like, oh wow, they're so pretty. And now I'm like,
God, I want to get out of here. So practically you're saying that you can be a fresher and join Emirates. You don't have to have aviation experience. Like,
yeah,
it's totally okay.
Yeah.
But I think it does help. What do you say? It help if you're a cabin crew somewhere else? It could help.
I don't really know. Maybe it could help you for your knowledge. But I don't know if you've been already a cabin crew, it would be a plus. That I cannot assure you. I think they don't look at your past, they just look at the way you present yourself, the way you are selling yourself, basically.
Yeah.
If you sell yourself well, doesn't matter what you did before. At least that's what I could see from my side. Then maybe someone that was a cabin crew knew better what to say. Maybe it was easier for them to sell themselves. Maybe that's a good point, because they already know that they need to turn and look everybody to talk, and they already know the smiley.
The fake one.
Yeah.
Because you're going to learn a fake smile, and you're going to be using that on board a whole lot. And so, yeah, maybe that experience with another airline was really good for your fake smile, and they're going to love it. Like, the recruiter will completely fall for it. So,
yeah, they will see you and say, hey, that's a fake smile.
Yeah, you
Come
know
here.
how to do it. Good job.
We don't need to teach you.
Welcome to Emirates. Okay. Okay, so cleared that question. I hope that helped. Alpay Erdem, I believe from Turkey, he asked this question. What is the maximum age of new joining cabin crew? Like, what's the maximum age they can have in order for them to join? What do you think?
I'm not sure now. When I joined, it was 31 or 32 when I joined. But then once you're inside, then you can have any age. Like, I'm 33. I joined that I was 27.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't need to be 21. I was 27. But I think it's 31, 32. Mm-hmm. But I'm not actually sure right now. When I did it, it was 31, 32, yeah.
So I've already said this plenty of times. It's also in the FAQ. You can try to join at any moment, because if you don't try, you'll never know, and you'll always have that thing buggering your head, thinking, I should have. Would have I made it if I tried? Or, like, you never know. So just try. But on a regular basis, I think from 21 to 27, it's really good. You will definitely get the job if you're good. Then from 27 to 30, I think it's a little bit harder, but you can still definitely join. And then I think that from 30 to 35, it's way harder, but you can still try, because I've seen people joining at their when they were 32, and I know that you can try. And if you're really good, I know that they will see it and they'll definitely hire you, because it really doesn't make sense for them not to hire someone that is really, really good, really, really well trained, beautiful, very, very professional. There's absolutely no reason for them not to hire you. But if you start going from 35 onwards, it's sort of like see this as an investment. Emirates is paying for for your training, and the training. I heard once that it was around 5,000 to 10,000 euros per cabin crew, something like that. Well, it's very expensive because you're paying trainers, you're getting accommodation, you're getting all the paperwork done. You're getting your visa done.
The material as well.
The material, the books, it's so much money. It's crazy. And the licenses with the GCAA, which is the General Civil Aviation Authority. It's the authority that governs the Gulf countries and releases you the license. So definitely, if they're going to release a license, it's going to be expensive, and they better release it and start the paperwork for someone that really deserves it.
Yeah.
So if they have to invest all this money in someone that is 35 or, no, not 35, but for example 40, he's going to retire maybe when he's 55. Is it worth spending all this money for someone that will be retiring in 15 years? Maybe not. But you don't know, so you should try. But yeah, always keep in the back of your head this fact that you're an investment, and they'd rather invest in a 21-year-old that can give a lot of years to Emirates rather than someone that joins when he's 45 and he gives 5 years. Like, you never know. I think we've reached the very end of our questions and answers with Alice. It was a really huge, big pleasure having you here, not only because we got to go around and walk around, and I love spending my time with you, but also for answering these questions. Like, really, I think we spent 2 hours doing these questions and answers yesterday, and then the video failed because it stopped recording for some reason. I don't know. Like, yeah, so we redid it now, and so it's another hour of time. And so I really want to thank you so much for being so kind and answering all the questions.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you like this content, hit the like button. It really helps us, because if you like it, it will be shown to other people and we'll grow and we'll have more money to create these videos for you. If you're interested in more content, you can look at the description. There's several links of our content, other videos, other stuff. We do travel guides too. If you're interested, check them out. For now, that's it. See you next time. Ciao.
Ciao.
We're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, and only your help can make the difference. Subscribe, comment, like, and share if you care supporting us. Feel free to take a look at our popular low-cost travel guides here. Check our entire free Emirates MasterClass course here. We'd love to know your experience in the comments below. If you have any other questions, just ask and I will reply. As always, it's my pleasure to do videos. Hope you liked it. And keep it rolling, guys.